something. That's our creed over here on the Wind Down. So use that hashtag the Wind Down on X, or go to Facebook and you'll be able to reach us. Just go to Facebook, you'll see a very nice post over there on Radio Generation Kenya on Facebook, and when you see it, just comment under that, and Bashir and I are gonna shout you out right here on the air.
Yeah, and remember this particular second hour, aptly called the podcast hour, the open mic hour, is all about talk, is all about conversation. There's no music actually up to the top of the hour, up to 9 p.m. We're just going to be sitting down and having a conversation. Most nights is me and Emmanuel, but some nights like today we've been able to capture a very elusive guest, one of the best of the best.
The best to ever do it
in the business of pleasure.
Yeah.
We have someone that I'm going to introduce. Sikulala Jana, I have an introduction.
Yeah, I was wondering why you
have
eye bags up.
No, intro I'm very proud. Hata ndo bali nimekuwa nimenyamaza, niko naangalia, niko like atapenda hii.
You guy bana. Twende kazi bro.
So first of all, remember this particular hour is going to be live on YouTube, it's going to be live on X and also Facebook. Yeah. So if you happen to hear us and you want to see us and you want to see who the guest is, kama unataka wewe si msame patient, unataka kuruin introduction yangu, you can just go to YouTube and you'll find a live stream there. And let me just get to it. So our guest tonight is one of Kenya's most unconventional entrepreneurs, Bev Mongai, famously known as the Vibrating lawyer with 2 master's degree in law. Bev shocked many.
But am I saying?
Venye tayari hapo.
You are shocking us already.
Yeah. Already within the first sentence already hapo nishahakikisha watu wanajua who we are dealing with. Ndio nasema guess ni mnoma sana. So she shocked many when she traded Courtrooms for the world of sexual wellness. Founding G-Spot Kenya, a company that sells sex toys and advocates for sexual freedom. She's not just selling products, she's challenging taboos, sparking conversations, and breaking the silence around intimacy in African households. Tonight we explore her journey, the business of pleasure, and why she believes sexual wellness is as important as mental and physical health. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the one, the only Bev Mongai. Karibu sana, welcome to the show.
Asante, point of correction, Munga.
Oh, sorry.
No, I think you got excited.
Yeah. Excitement.
So karibu sana Bev. Do you want to try this one? We'll see if that'll work a bit better. Mitambo hapo tunataka Bev akue very comfortable.
Do I need to wear them?
Yeah, you don't need to actually. Yeah, you don't need to. So you can just hear my sultry voice direct. Yes, man. So Bev, karibu sana. It's a long time no see.
Yes.
But I'm actually not very happy with you, Bev. Because nilienda kwa Instagram yako, nikaona umeweka kwa stories. Alikuwa ameweka kwa stories. Ametengeneza group.
Yeah.
Ati ladies who don't want kids.
Child free.
Inaitwa?
Child free society, community of child free women who are willing, who will never have babies.
Hapo sasa ndio uli affect.
Okay.
Why is it only women?
Actually, the group itself that I've started is myself. It's my personal group. It's I just need girls alone. But I'm in a community that actually has men as well.
All right.
So there's a child-free Africans or child-free Kenyans in our WhatsApp group. Over 200 people, if I'm not wrong.
How many men are in there?
They're definitely more than 20, 30. I just joined that particular group.
But that's another one.
That's another one. But Yangu is just women. But ours is just chicks who don't want to have babies, who have decided that never want to have kids at all.
So why do you need a group?
For just going out on trips,
hanging out.
It's supposed for hanging out, because normally when you're hanging out everywhere you go nowadays is there are always kids around, and not everyone is a kid friendly person. It's good to be very honest. Not everyone likes kids. What's hot screams everywhere. So there are women who just specifically just want to be just them alone. You're just going out, have a meal, have a drink, dance, go on a trip, and then come back with no drama, no nothing. Are
you enjoying the child-free life?
I'm 40 years old. I'm those chicks who don't lie about their age, and I keep saying this: if I didn't have kids in my 20s, I'm not gonna have them in my 40s. I will not. Yes.
Is there a specific reason why?
I have. It's quite controversial for me to say this on radio, but it's true. I just don't like kids.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it's good to be very honest. As to be senior.
Take away talking here. We're in a child-free apartment.
Actually, that is one of the main reasons hata sijajenga apartment because nataka ikuwe bila watoto and I will be told, hey, that is so controversial. But anyway, as a young girl, I grew up in a very huge family.
All right.
Right?
How many?
Apart from us being 8, my siblings, all of us were 8 kids. But apart from us being 8, we were the kind of family where my dad brought all their relatives. All their relatives.
Oh yeah, us too.
You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Because in Nairobi, and maybe your dad is doing a bit well. So everyone from everywhere, from shags, comes at home. To a point where dad had built his small houses in the compound, the very small 2 houses, just for anyone who would come in. They're welcome, right? So that kind of thing of always so many people at home. I did not like it. I didn't like it.
So did you move out of the home?
No.
The first
of course,
chance
I was
you
a
got?
kid.
No,
yes,
I'm saying later.
Oh my goodness. Turning 18. Immediately I finished, I cleared Form 4. The first thing I did is go have dreadlocks. The first day.
Clear.
Okay, like this is easy, my dear. I catch them. They're 15 years old.
Yeah, this is version.
Yeah, this is actually the third time. So immediately I finished Form 4. Luckily, my dad took me abroad. I went to study law. You've mentioned my accolades up to masters.
What do I say?
Yeah, so that particular time is when, 18 years old. Hapo tu nilitoka. Nikaishi peke yangu for 10 years, exactly 10 years huko ma UK. Then I come back and I've been banking in Kenya for 10-12 years and still child free. And it's not that I hate kids, because of course I have nephews and cousins and all this, and nieces and nephews and stuff, but it's just that I do not like spend kusumbuliwa. It's good to be honest. Mi spend kuamsha asubuhi, spend kuliwa, spend kelele. I just don't like.
But sorry, relationship yetu tutafanyaje? Because nilikuwa napata tutakaa tu hivi.
Guess what? You are willing to go have your babies out there.
Niko na pass.
Yes, you have that pass. Go fulfill your dream of being a parent. Niko na visa.
So can I come home with the kids though?
No.
I just raised
Caribbean.
Bev, last time we hung out, you were still practicing. It was right before COVID.
Yes. No, I guess I was really practicing. I was now coming out of it. Because it's about 7-8 years since I actually been in a legal or a law firm or whatever. Yeah, so I can't really say it's been, because around COVID time, was it?
It was right before COVID.
Right before COVID.
That's 2017.
No, I wasn't employed then. 2021.
That's when you stopped. Okay, which year did you?
Oh, I think I'm on my 7th year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fully doing what I'm doing now. Yeah, 7-8 years now.
Yeah. Mwaka gani?
Matsi nalemeanga jamaa sana.
2018, 17. Yeah.
No, but the reason I brought that up is you seem to be now doing. You have a company called G-Spot Kenya.
Yes.
Able tell us about that.
G-Spot Kenya, because I love the fact that your studios are purple, because purple royalty, right? That's what.
Yeah. My shirt, baby.
Napenda mageso wanafanyanga homework before kuja.
So yeah, even G-Spot Kenya is my company that I started actually 12 years ago. So it's been 12 years running. I started when I was still in from my second masters, and I'm coming back to Kenya.
Yeah.
And
where were you at that
KSL,
time?
UK, Europe.
Okay,
I was in London, UK,
okay.
England. So when I came back, before I joined KSL now, so you have that grace period of like a year or two before you figure out you've been out of the country for 8, 9, 10 years. Where do I start? First of all, like you've mentioned, I left home at 18 years old. So I wasn't very sure how. I've lived alone for so long, and I don't know how to live at home with my mom or my dad. And I don't know how to borrow money. That's the other thing. I'm not those chick. Nitumia dosi juza kucha za nywele. I'm not that kind of a chick.
No, so unafanya hivi, unajulia mtu hali, unamuuliza kama familia yake iko sawa kwanza. Kama watoto wamekula, alafu before akate simu unamwambia inaweza hiyo 2,000 inaweza weza saizi.
Inaweza
hapo mwisho. You just throw it in.
Mwisho simu ikienda kukatwa.
Yeah, so sikuwa na hiyo nini. My line of thought has gone because of you. What was I talking about?
No, you're talking about how when you came back.
Oh yeah, sorry, borrowing money. So I didn't know how to ask for money. I've been studying, I've been working in London and stuff since I was 18, like I've mentioned. So it was very hard for me to live at home with my parents. And I didn't know how to live with parents. I didn't know how to, because I was, first of all, I'm a party person. I like going out. I like coming back late. My parents are very strict. They're Christians. You can't come home 3 o'clock in the morning knocking the gate, right? And that is why I had this brilliant idea of adult toys.
But how did that idea come to mind?
London. Let's go back. Can you imagine a 19-year-old girl, young, virgin, knows nothing in life. You're just from a school in Limuru in Deya, right?
You're in Ndeia girls.
Ndeia. It was called Mirithu Girls. Mirithu.
Iko wapi?
Iko Ndeia.
Ndeia iko wapi?
Ndeia iko Limuru, Kamango areas. I can explain. Limuru, Kamango.
Okay, Limuru.
Yeah, Limuru. Let's say cool. Yes, baridi tumezoea. So when I went to London as a 19-year-old, I remember seeing these shops. I'm like, what are these? What are these? Because there it's very open. And I'm like, ata minta ingia hapa one day. First of all, but the front of the face is just, just lingerie, like maybe a bra and underwear, with the mannequins.
Yeah.
And that was it. But I'm like, oh, people talking, there's something that happens in there, there's something that happens, but you don't know what's happening in there. So I was like, curiosity. So let me go into this particular shop. It was called Ann Summers. I always, like shout them out because kama si Ann Summers ingekuwa na G-Spot Kenya. So I go to this shop called Ann Summers. I'm looking around, I'm seeing things. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, hey, what are these? What are these? I'd never seen them.
All right.
And back in the day, it's not like now there's Netflix where you could. But then nowadays, every movie series, there's always like a toy. You know what I mean? There's always these things. But back in the day, there wasn't. So I go in and curiosity, I'm asking all these questions. What is this? And I could tell this girl, first of all, I have an accent. I'm not British.
Yeah.
So the struggling of understanding what they're saying or what I'm saying. But finally, I think when I left that shop, I knew it. 100% sure I knew I was gonna be the first person to do this in Kenya. I knew that for sure. And I put that in my back of my mind. Surprisingly, yes, I know about it, but something is law. Law is a very difficult subject. You're studying, things are tough. Thesis, mini exams, you're still working, you have to pay bills and stuff. So I kind of forgot, but not forgot, until someone actually, a best friend of mine who was Nigerian, is actually the one who mentioned to me just like last year when we reconnected. I can remember, Bev, you said you always gonna do this. You even had a name. We sat down at night, and I was 19.
You were that focused.
Yeah, when we sat down, I had a business plan. I wrote what products to get, where to start marketing, the name. I had everything. And surprisingly, she had that list. She kept it for me.
She kept it?
Yeah, she kept it from 2000, I think, 5. Let's say it's 20 years. Oh my God, it's 20 years. No, 205 Maka says 20 years. Yeah, it's that long. She kept it. I can do a picture. I'm like, what? Because I think she had on the grapevine or something from maybe a classmate or something that I actually ventured into this.
Oh, so she was like, this lady actually
I can
told
Google.
About this.
I can to me. I knew you're gonna do this because you're so passionate about it, and I can't believe this is the life you're living.
So what was the plan then? Buy a couple and come home with them?
That was the plan. The plan was actually I get a couple. When eventually I was going to come back to Kenya, get a couple, nikuje Kenya, use like 100 of them or 20 or 30, whatever I could get. That was my plan. But I came back empty-handed. I didn't come with anything. Because uni is finished, my student visa was ending, and I didn't want to be those people who anakatalia kwa nchi yenyewe. That was not my thing. I didn't want to be an illegal immigrant, number one, and I didn't want to live in UK.
Yeah.
It's good to be honest. I just did not love the vibe. I didn't love the cold, the rain, raining 24/7. That wasn't my vibe.
How come you didn't come back with the accent?
Come on, initially. Ilikuwa kitambo. Inakujanga ikipoteanga. It's a lie. Kuna kitu kama hiyo. You only change the accent sometimes to be understood more. But no sikuwa na accent. Anyway, so I come back to Kenya in 2012. And I'm like, where do I start now? Oh my God, I'm living with my parents. Oh my God.
Oh, you're back home.
I'm back home. I need money for tampons. I need money for this. I need to go out. Like, so I had to ting. Nikajikumbusha my dream that I had. And I only had 100,000 shillings, which is a lot of money then.
Yeah.
To be very honest, 12 years ago in pesa mingi, it's only money I had saved. In as much as I was in the UK for all those years, sikuwa na pesa. Maybe nilikuwa nayo nimesave 100k, which is about £1,000 then.
Yeah.
And that is the whole amount of money that I decided to venture into G-Spot Kenya.
Ukawekelea 100.
Yeah, ipoteka mbaya.
Did you share with anyone your vision before wekelea?
No.
Locally here?
I bought products. I didn't know what was happening. JKIA. I didn't know.
In fact, that's why I wanted to go from there.
Oh my God!
So you have this £1,000, right? So you have this towel, right? So what next? Ukatuma.
Nikaenda Google.
Okay.
Nikaandika how to start a sex toy business. Bila Google inasaidianga tu. Of course the first thing unaona tu China ni Amazon or whatever it was. You just see those things from China, and then it tells you kulikuwa like 100,000 manufacturers because China is China. Where do we even start? Like yes, even their contacts are there. There's no, I think WhatsApp. It was mostly of Skype. You could Skype, WeChat vitu kama hizo, or even email, and that was how I got it. Was but not the language barrier. It was quite complicated. But so I found a supplier in China. We struggled with communication and stuff. WhatsApp I can install WhatsApp nini, and then I told him I want this and this. Send me money. Can you imagine sending someone it's a risk.
Ukatuma.
Nikatuma kile 100,000 shillings.
Alikuwa amekutumia mapicha za ma products.
Of course, but even me nilikuwa nimemtumia pia like what roughly I have a vision of from London, things like that.
Ulikuwa Google picture similar.
Exactly similar. Ana sikuwa najua screenshot ni.
Check tuma kama hii.
Exactly. And nikatuma pesa. Of course you're worried because you're like, how sure use it Africa? How sure use your pesa? Because tunasikianga pia wa Chinese ni conmen, ni wakikuyu wengine.
I think if you land on the wrong one, you're in trouble, right?
It's very true. And apparently there are many. There are so many. To a point, okay, fast forward, but to a point, even Western Union, when I started using Western Union, they refused me I couldn't send money to China. Walikatanga. It was a very big red flag because people had been conned. So even to send money to China, you have to send to someone you know. But no, you can't send to a ching chang chang. Kusema ni brother yako. Anasema ai.
Ni cousin yangu kutoka Limuru.
You know what I mean? Things like that. Anyway, but so I sent 100,000. He sent the products.
So what happened next? Alikuwa na the ship na agent.
Mimi sijui mambo agent. Mimi sijui kitu. I am so new. I'm so green. I know nothing. So nataka tu kwa ndege zinafika.
Unaziendea tu hapo airport.
You think it was that easy? Sasa nifike airport. Acha kwanza ziwekwe kando because contraband. Because
so what happened? They sent you a notification that your package has figured. Yes,
but I'm also very clever. Mimi si mjinga. I already have people at the airport who know me and I know them and they do clearing.
Okay.
So but mizigo ilikuwa imefika. It was a kirui. Sasa amba kwa leo kirui. Oh my god, yo kirui alinisumbua. Kirui was the reason why. Everyone they're laughing. You call kirui.
There's a kali.
Abakali alinisumbua airport. Wakikuwa alisumbua pesa.
Yage apana, what is this? No, we cannot. No. Wait. Kiblaga.
You guys walinisumbua sana. But I'm sorry to say this on on radio, but it's true.
Ganzi ndo inabonga.
Ni ganzi inabonga hii Kenya, right? So nini? So my clearing and forwarding guy, imagine alishindwa. It was his first time clearing such items. Mtu ambaza magari, manini, tiles, big things. Unamletea a small box of contraband, the things zimewekwa kwanza kando.
How many items do you think were in there?
I would say
100?
Maybe less than 100, imagine. Less than 100. Because even the most expensive part, the toys were quite cheap. It's always the shipping. It's quite expensive. You nege kilo is per kilo. It's in dollars, things like that. Clearing. Because in as much as I spend 100K and I end up spending another maybe like 70K ya kuomba watu. Kuomba, nienda nipatie watu akina kirui. Watu wa mizigo yangu. But mizigo ilitoka. And once mizigo ilitoka hapo, that's a good thing. You learn something from that. Now I'm like, I need to look at an agent. How do people ship things in Kenya? This kirui. Can I get your number? Because itasaidiana hapo. You exactly. But aliniambia hivyo exactly with that accent.
After mmekosana.
No, he's pocketing the money.
Exactly. Ni pocket siko
line the pockets.
Siko lubricate mfuko. And that is how
bebe haelewangi English kama unaweka kitu kwa mfuko.
There you go. It's true, but there is zero.
That's hilarious. That lubricate mfuko.
Nika mfuko yake, akaanza kusmile, nikasikia lubrication everywhere. Mizigo zikatoka. But
So mizigo sawa, where were you taking? Did you have a plan for after zimefika?
I took them to my house. nikakaa chini hivi kwanza nikajiambia where do I start. This was my dream. I've put my life to be in life savings. I put my life savings to this reputation as well, because people are hearing. Then there's this thing of the agents as well, ni wa home kwetu Gashie. So wanajua ni mimi, watajua by the Bev ameanza biashara ingia kuuza zile vitu. There's always that thing, people always talk, right? So there was a bit worry about that. But when I got home, I sat down, I had the box with me. I'm like, so where do I start? But I used to tweet then before it was X. You know, when KOT was KOT, you remember them days? Sijui nimesikia mtu Mungani alikuwa na app akiwa
some weirdos.
Nilikuwa nasikiza hiyo
check it up.
Hata alikuwa na app kuangalia lyrics sasa.
App.
Kwa nini unasema mko na app?
Which app?
Anyway, so it was X. So it was Twitter. So Twitter, I used to tweet a lot. Niko UK. Like about my life, I used to blog. I used to be a blogger in the UK.
All right.
So I think that blog thing ilinipatia mileage huku Kenya, because people used to read my.
About sexual topics in the
not
blog,
at all. Imagine. Let's talk about my life in London, how to get a student visa, how to like no normal things of a foreigner in a foreign country, how to start life, open a bank account. There's normal things, and that blog post became very humongous. It was very, very big in UK amongst the African community, and even in Kenya now, Twitter was very big then, right? So nikaandika Twitter, guys. Before that, I came to Kenya. I'm coming back to Kenya, and I might start a business selling adult toys. Imagine hapo unaweza kusikia ma DMs, because DMs ama ni inbox back in the day, I don't remember. People said email. So people were emailing, people were sending me in inbox at Twitter, and then now inbox the blog. It was a blog, WordPress, right? That was it. People started booking toys before us ifike Kenya.
For real?
Yeah.
So people
requesting before, but now mpaka nimeandika bei kwa Twitter and everywhere. But now guess what, zimeshikwa. Lazima niongeze bei
to recover the
Kiruis. Because you know I had to go borrow money from people to pay this akina Kiruis and all that. And that is how I get home now. I sell my first product to either a JQuat. I wish I kept that number, because she was my first ever customer. Either JQuat or whatever it was. And then the first one,
muoneshe picha demo yako.
Niyo miaka nikaoto. Mimi nange 2012 bana. Watu wa app, wewe mimi na app shule.
We love that she's married.
Exactly. Social free come anyway. So and that is how the first product sold.
How much did you sell it for?
It was quite expensive, that one. For that one, ilikuwa 7,500.
For real.
For a student, and for 7,500, because right now a 7,500 product is quite expensive even now. Because now diversity, watu ni wengi, you know,
even
now
the functionality,
exactly,
the
right?
technology has improved so much.
He's aware.
This guy knows things. What's the functionality?
Iko na mods.
Fast.
Actually, iko na app.
For real?
No,
that's
you're
crazy.
right. Okay, systems are squeezy. You see things are happening, changing. So I sell the first product, and then Twitter goes crazy, because I put, oh my God, nazikaenda within 10 days. 10 days. Emmanuel, 10 days sikuwa na stock.
In 10 days you cleared the stock.
And that is where the vision changed. That is where I was like, I might be up to something.
Yeah, bana.
You know, but I'm still like,
Eureka moment.
I'm a lawyer, I have to go to law school, you know. You're still thinking this at the back of your mind, but you're like, in a side hustle. So let me keep this aside. So I'm doing the law thing, I'm going ahead and working and not doing all these things. But chini ya maji, I'm saying, it was always hashtag respect my hustle. It was just a hustle thing. I didn't take it as my main thing. And that is how G-Spot Kenya started.
So at what point did you start openly, because you know I don't know if that happened to you. Initially, were you keeping it under wraps and then just marketing to a certain... Ama you went in full force?
I went in full force. I was not scared. I went to Twitter. One tweet I've never forgotten to date. The tweet that made me trend.
But then should you get some water?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
The tweet that made me trend and made me quite big was a tweet that someone said, imagine, very negatively, imagine your parents doing everything they can to take you abroad to study only for you to become an embarrassment and come and sell dildos.
Eish.
That was a tweet.
Sounds like a lady though.
It was a lady. It's
you guys know how to touch. You know the buttons to press like the.
Yeah. So una imagine. First of all, una struggle. Una imagine. Yes, of course you know that. Like your parents took you there to study and come along. But then again, it's a side hustle. It's not like.
Yeah, you're still doing your law thing, obviously. Like
and I will not lie to you. That tweet blew. It went on like Kilimani Mums when Kilimani Mums was Kilimani Mums.
Okay, me I remember Kilimani Mums.
I'm telling you, that was when I realized that any publicity is good publicity for business. That was when I realized, dude.
Kilimani Mums wakaanza kukudia.
Yeah. Thank God for that tweet. And I thank her today.
Cheki Mongo baba hiyo tweet ilinibeba baba.
Ilinibeba. So that was so to answer your question, I was never subtle about myself. I was never subtle about my business. I decided from the get-go that I was going to market myself. And initially I was scared, or just with G-Spot Kenya was just the brand, without my face. And then I realized, put a face into it. So I used to sell G-Spot Kenya, yes, as G-Spot Kenya, but now I knew it was Bev, me, because I have a legal career, I have to keep this. Yes, niko mkubwa kwa Twitter, but Twitter, job hawajui mambo. You get.
It's mostly text.
Was there any one person who you're like, hey, I don't want this person to know? Was there anyone like that?
Of course, your parents. You always think about your parents, but then again, you're thinking, I don't want to come borrow money from you, so... you know. Yeah. So it gets to a point you don't want to do that. You don't want to be scared. If you're scared in starting a business, imagine that's it. You can't be scared. You cannot be scared of what people are going to talk about. You can never be scared of what people are going to say. You can never be scared of trending your community. I'm from a village in Gashi. People are going to see you on the news everywhere. I was not scared of that because I had one goal, and my motivation, I'm sorry, is money.
Ganj.
I want to go on holiday. I want to live a good life. My motivation was always money. Nikianza. Until you hear people commenting, hey, wow, Bev, because of you, it's the first time I don't know if I can say it on radio. Climaxed. People were saying that.
For the first time?
Yeah. And I didn't even know, because I'm like, me, I climax already.
Such problems.
Right?
You have the contacts of all your clients. I check if my girlfriend is there. Imagine my girlfriend is there telling Bev, thank you so much. This is the first time I've climaxed in so many years. And that was some of the small tweets and WhatsApp messages that actually kept me going. Initially, I didn't think I'd keep going. And I was scared of being too big. Like, I just wanted to use it too uzanga kwa Twitter without it blowing. But then again, Chris Kirubi happened, and that's how this whole thing blew up.
What do you mean Chris Kirubi happened?
10 years ago, actually, this month, I got an interview at Capital FM, basically. And Chris Kirubi made a tweet that said, meet Beverly Munga, something lady in the sex toy business that's making women happy, something like that. I have the tweet, I look for it. But basically, it was basically a tweet acknowledging my...
An endorsement.
An endorsement, that's the word. An endorsement or so. And I'm like, if Chris Kirubi can tweet about me, if Chris Kirubi can mention sex toys as Chris Kirubi, as the billionaire he is, who am I? Why am I scared? Why am I putting myself in a small box? Why am I not out there? Why am I scared of my parents knowing? Why am I scared of anyone knowing? Why? And I think a year later, I quit everything, and I'm like, this is it. I'm going to stick to this, because of that tweet blew up. People are, who's this Beverly Munga? And nikafungua website immediately. Like, so I just got a website. You see things like that, you learn in the business. I went learning about having riders and bodas and M-Pesa till numbers. I learned like that. Opening up a business account, I would never have learned that come a secret.
So you've just grown from that moment where you had that idea outside and I told you your shop?
And Summers.
Yes. To where you are right now. So when did you now start doing it full time? Like,
2016.
So seriously, I can say this business has grown during COVID time. Corona time is now what I can say.
Things were buzzing.
People are stuck at home. People are stuck at home. You have nowhere to go. You're like, be home by 7. Like, you're used to seeing your husband at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? Like, no, it's time for us to spice things up. You have that particular husband who has a clan day somewhere. Amefungua sasa na bibi yake. So the men were buying toys from me to send to their girlfriends in Mombasa, in Eldoret, yeah. People are like, we don't know how long this country. I think it was Uhuru was president then, and what was the name of the CS Health? Whatever you call Mutahi Kagwe, right? Yeah. And when he mentioned, apparently kulikuwa na hiyo, was it 7 p.m.
The curfew.
The first initial curfew was 7 p.m. Wasn't it? Before some wakasiwa 9 or 10. That one. People panicked. People bought toys as if ni sukari, as if ni tissue.
As if they panicked and started panic buying toys.
You know how girls were panic buying things in the US, tissues and sabuni, things like essentials. That was essential. That was essential. That is when I was like, what?
How serious is he, maneno ya Mitch?
Yeah, exactly. And luckily, it's like all the stars were aligning, because now the Chinese supplier, and I was found out years later, the Chinese supplier just told me, hey babe, if I were you, I'd order. First of all, we didn't know about COVID, but China knew. It was that big.
Oh.
2018, 2019 was a big. It was happening, but it was not new.
2019.
Yeah, but now in China it was actually already happening. But what is this thing?
Yeah,
what is
happening?
What's happening?
Yeah.
And they could tell shops are closing. Imagine she warned me. Akaniambia, hey, we can feel something's happening in this country and everything's gonna be closed. Please order as much
as you can.
And before guys knew what masks were, I mean, they came back a mask for content. Like, yeah, like I was so imagine, and that was what happened. So unfortunately, I had ordered those products as zikafika. The second batch, zikashikwa zote na zikachomwa. Me, I've suffered, but
zilichomwa.
Everything I lost 1.8 million.
Yeah.
Gone like that.
Any explanation?
Kenya, guess what? See Kenya.
Zilichomewa China.
Emirates, no, Dubai.
Zilipatikana huko.
And not because of anything. That is their problem. That's not my problem. Apparently because you're using their airspace. I've always seen ndege lazima zikuje. So I don't know, it's because of COVID, but things are overlooking things. I don't understand. But I lost my goods. I lost everything. I had to start from scratch. It was a really bad time. That was now COVID, not COVID itself now, 2020.
And meaning ilikuwa affect, obviously.
Ilikuwa affect, but luckily, venye aliniambia, so nilikuwa nimeorder products before. Mingi. Hata tu basi niongeze. That was what happened. So I still had stock. Of course, zilikuwa zinaisha because watu wananunua ni kama it's the end of the world.
How do you explain that? How do you explain that very serious demand?
To date, I've never understood. Because even I couldn't sleep. I was like, what's happening?
My orders nakuja back to back.
Naongeza kudeliver because in 7 lazima boda arudi asishikwe pia. Una get? It was crazy. Like, okay. I used to wake up like 4 or 3 o'clock in the morning because nikiongea na customers nazipack. Because oh my God, we have until 7 p.m. Delivers everywhere.
Yeah.
I've never understood what happened really when it comes to COVID and why people had that rush. I don't know.
I think
maybe Nani can tell us. Okay, sorry. No, I think Ty spoke about this, and someone was saying like during maandamano, like when there's chaos, there's meaning. Like if you monitor Twitter or X now, like that time of sijui must go, people andamana, and then now the next week
wanaandamana tena.
It's very sexual. Like that space is very sexual. Wanaandamana hiyo ya ni from penye wako.
Even maandamano brings me clients. I don't understand. I don't
it's that chaos. It's that your uncertainty about your future. It just does something
with
to
the excitement
your body.
Makes your blood boil. I don't know.
I don't know. So how's business now? Like, are you in a good place?
Business is really good. I'm not those people who complain about things because to me everything happens for a reason. Business is quite good, so good that I'm starting my own brand. A particular product is coming up. I'm not going to mention what it is. It's a secret, but you'll be the first ones.
The Emmanuel. The Kisiangani.
Yeah, so when I
check it, do you want to buy the Kisiangani?
Kusiagwa.
Check it, you guys, kitolewa, you guys.
I'll send in samples if you need a mold.
Oh,
check it, buy me 5 Kisiangani.
Size gani?
So you're starting your own?
Yeah, I went to China specifically for something quite big. This is putting all my savings, my everything into this. It's still in the sex industry. I want to know who's gonna get this right. By the way, I'll do like a couple on my Instagram. Nione kama watapata ni watu wa guess, because no one has guessed it. Everyone is thinking I'm doing like a skincare. I know nothing about skincare and fashion, so that's not me. But it's doing good business. It's doing quite well, and I can't wait for this new venture that most likely by September, October. That's a baby.
Something big is coming.
We're waiting for that. I have a couple of questions in line of your work in selling the sex toys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I guess it's just banter. Some of these things I even got them just from checking out some of the comments people throw on your on your page. Some people the last time we had a conversation with you, I was checking out that interview online on YouTube, and I went to the comments, and some people were saying shindwe cheki huyu hii ni shetani hatutasikiza hii. Do you get a lot of that, like associating sex toys with sin? Do you think it is sin, and I'm speaking hypothetically, do you think it is sin to be, maybe I'm a religious person hapo naimba hapo kwa choir on Sundays, and okay, let's even make it even better, I'm even married, niko na mzee, so is it a sin to nab my toy niende kwa room ni jisaidie?
It's not a sin. How is it a sin? Si kujisaidia, si mwili ni yako. It's a sin to lie. People always lie. It's a sin to steal. People always steal. It's a sin to cheat on your wife.
So should you tell your partner in your opinion?
Personally, yes. I think number one is communication with partners. I really advocate for communication with partner. Before you get a toy, please communicate. Tell your partner, I want to introduce this particular toy in our bedroom. I think it's going to spice things up, because 9 out of 10 I get clients, the first question is like, hey, where will I hide? I get that a lot, and I'm not happy with that, because why are you married? Why are you married if you can't be honest with your partner? Communication is very key. Babes, I've seen this. Have you heard about the rose? The rose is very famous.
So what is the rose?
The rose Vibrating, for example, it's just a toy that looks like a rose, looks like a flower.
Right.
And babes, I just want to try this new toy. I think
it's for men or women. Rose?
Women.
Women.
But they're products you can actually use together as a couple. So I always advocate for couples who actually talk about it. I absolutely love when men, and especially husbands, come and ask me, Bev, I want to try this with my wife. Which is better? Should I try this or this?
It shows thoughtfulness.
It's so thoughtful. What's really gonna take her there? What's gonna take her to the top of the mountain? Kilele. Like and not just her, even me. What is a toy that we can use together?
Because I want them to be like Emmanuel's wife.
Yes.
She looks happy.
I really love when a man is making the woman happy. Just make a woman smile. And guess what? Women are absolutely frustrated sexually. Unfortunately, women are so unfulfilled. There's absolutely, I can't explain the number of DMs and WhatsApp messages I get every single day.
Do you sometimes feel like a therapist? Because people are coming asking you.
Sex a lot. Oh my God, I haven't had an orgasm ever in my life.
Ever?
Yeah, or since I had a baby, maybe I haven't. Or like my husband, there's always my husband doesn't get me there. I get that a lot. A lot of that.
Were you always like sex positive? Because I guess like
too sex positive, very sex
so
positive.
Like it was even like within like your personality.
Like I'm not embarrassed.
Like you didn't have to go for a course to be like, hey, okay, now this sex talk is becoming to let me now do my research.
No, I did actually go to uni. I did a course in sexuality.
Okay.
You had to.
Right.
Yeah, nice. I did it later on. Kama nimeingia biashara online, some school in Spain. You have to. Yeah, because you need to know what's happening in the market. Like you've mentioned, it's like I'm a therapist in a way. People are coming and telling me, oh, this has never happened to me, my husband doesn't touch me. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not even equipped with that. I'm not even a psychologist or whatever, a therapist or whatever, you know. But so I just had to go equip myself and learn something new so that at least I can be more informed to give the right decision, I think.
So apart from the selling of the toys, do you think you'll come up with some sort of like classes that go beyond even the toys?
I do those classes.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Or rather, I used to do them more oftenly. So mostly it's normally women call me, like girls, for example, they'll be like a group, like a chama in a way, for example, like 10 chicks, 12 chicks, they'll take an Airbnb. They're like, Bev, come over, let's talk, let's discuss everything about styles. Let's talk about locating your G-spot. Again, my company is called G-spot for a reason. Like, I discovered most women don't know where the G-spot is. So I know where my G-spot is.
You guys have a physical location?
Yes, we have.
You can use Google Maps.
Yeah, you men need Google Maps. Pay me.
Pin location.
Pin location.
Nitumie pin.
Oh, tuma pin. Pin. Like G-spot si mbali. It's not even that far off from your, vagina entering. It's not that far. 3 inches in Bali.
Okay.
Mkiamongwa size matters. I sometimes.
Manu utafikia hiyo 3.
Yeah, so I do have those classes, and then I bring the products for customers to see what every particular product works. We discuss what toy is good for you, what if it's just multiple. I can't even know to say on radio, but yeah.
There's a friend of mine who went to visit this chick. The other thing,
yeah.
Alafu sasa the chick had a drawer hapo kando. So jamaa akaenda I don't know what he was doing, because the rule of thumb is don't open people's things.
Do not.
Akaenda akafungua drawer akapata items kama 4 hapo ndani, zilikuwa hata zimewaka. Zilikuwa zinafanya
Mwana alikuwa amewasha na yeye. Sijisha battery.
Bashir, ungefilaje kama ungekuwa mimi?
Personally, that has happened to me. I think maybe I'm the friend that I'm telling you. So yeah, I had gotten an away match. I was like, you know what? Wacha niende nione venye kuko. So I get there and I was trying to charge my phone. Sindio? So you see how someone has a study table and then they've pulled the chair inside. So I'm like, ideally, if you're always sitting here, you're charging your phone, your knee, the extension surely is there. So I pull up the chair to look for the extension, and there were actually not 1, not 2, but 3. Different sizes and shapes charging, and when I saw that, like I think the man in me, I was like,
you're deflated.
I was like, I was not even deflated. I was challenged. I was challenged. I was like, right. So you don't believe in my natural abilities. I'm like, this man versus machine war, and then I was very motivated after I saw those. Yeah, I was like, there's no
motivation.
So unasema we shouldn't view them as competition.
These products are your PA.
Because what if you bump into it hapo kwa bedroom? Maybe I'm going to the kabati, niangalie pahali, like bump into a toy over there. Should I feel like
don't feel intimidated at all? Be like, oh my babe, let's how does this work? Oh, let's use it together. Can I watch you using it on yourself? Things like that.
It's your teammate.
Yes. Teammate. Yeah. Not competitor. It's a teammate. Team up together for mind-blowing.
Iniesta anaingia sasa number 92. Because that's how I felt. I felt like, like if you watch football, like yeah, I felt like that. Like you see you're in the pitch playing, and then you see your replacement warming up doing this mani. I'm like, coach mazo sinitoe bado. I have something to offer.
So I have a question again from my list of questions.
Yeah.
When is it now an addiction?
Just like any other thing can be an addiction, just like normal sex addiction, alcohol, cigarettes, right? I personally feel that this particular toy is. I've had a client akiwatuma demu arwaka. Woi, tumenikumbusha arwaka. Uyo dem, I'm not shaming her, ni best yangu, but yeah, we are on addiction ya toy. So I've seen it happen. Like I've said, anything can be an addiction.
Yeah.
It's all about the control of the mind. You're not using this toy particularly at sikila siku ten.
Sikila
saa. You come back because you work from home. You can't even wait for the time. Unaangalia computer tu kwa zile za time. Break.
5 I fix.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but it can be an addiction, yes, like anything can. Like I've mentioned, alcohol, cigarettes, weed, whatever, But it's all about self-control, I think. Self-control. Because, come on, and I keep saying this, I'm the person who sells them for 12 years. 12 years nimekuwa nikiuza vitu. Even myself, I don't have all those toys. Mnaongea kwa drawer. Niskulangi stock hivyo. Niskulangi stock hivyo vote.
You don't get high on your supply.
No supply. I ain't getting high. Of course, I have my own particular toys, yes. But not at any brand. Something new comes in. Hey, let me try. I've been in the business so long for me to know how a toy works just by holding it in your hand, the strength I can feel. Placing it
the
on
sturdiness.
on your nose, for example. To feel how strong the vibrations are, you don't need to place it there for you to use a particular toy.
Yeah.
So you just learn to But then it's self-control, kila kitu. Everything is self-control.
So, does this make it weird because now you're very public about your business? Does it make it weird when you're meeting dudes who are interested in you?
Yeah. It was so hard. Okay, right now, initially it was really hard because everyone is like, hey, the vibrating lawyer. Okay, because I just know where this conversation is going. Yeah. I know you've already undressed me just by looking at me. You've already undressed me just because I talk about sex on social media, because I do that a lot. I talk about how for you to get your multiple orgasms and things like because I want to teach women how to do that. I want to teach men to locate a woman's G-spot, things like this, right? So of course you get men who are like, oh damn, you get that. Like, someone just wants to sleep with you because I sell dildos, not because of anything else, just because of the vibrating, the fact that I talk about sex. So they always think, so it was very hard. It was, oh my god, it is very frustrating. Right now I'm not looking, but it was when I was searching because I was actively searching for a relationship, a partner. It was really hard for me. It was absolutely difficult because what do you do? Is the second question people ask once they meet you. I was on Tinder or all these things. I'm doing online dating and stuff. Yeah. But the question is, what do you do? So I was always a lawyer. Yes, I am. So sikudanganya ni lawyer. I am a lawyer. But then again, it will obviously get to the business part. Tongea nini, unless when we meet up or something, or maybe you've seen me on social media, you see me on blogs or things like that. So people are like, come on, them. So it was really, really difficult to be katiwad because the katiwaring is always they want something more. They want to ask you to join their partner in the bedroom. Yeah, I get that as early as last week. Weird requests. At a wiki jaisha, someone asked me, threesome. Yeah. Oh, okay. I really hate it because people always think it's. Yeah.
So you said now you're no longer searching.
Amepata.
Oh, umepata. Hey, nilikuwa atani accept.
Siwezi kuwa wewe.
Sikujua tutakuja tufanye hard launch hapa kwa radio.
Hard launch by the way. Ingekuwa tungetrend.
Mazi tungekuwa kwa nini kesho?
Yeah, but you men can be very very weird. Hey men, you men. Mnakuanga hivyo. We love you, but still you can make it very awkward for women. Very very awkward. Yeah.
As a man, I can never defend a man.
Awkward in what regard?
See things like that, like you're just having a drink and you're just alone. When do you let them? Let's go to the bathroom and you.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
I get that.
Yeah. Because me and Bash also stand-up comics, so sometimes people don't separate that stage persona from who you are.
Yeah.
So they meet you, they think you'll be laughing all the time, cracking jokes. See you two pige na moja.
Everyone thinks always like in the car. Everyone thinks nikienda pahali hata nikienda kwa mall. Someone notices me. You
always have it on you. You're strapped.
I'm strapped. Oh, I'm
see what I tell you, boys.
So umenipata.
Hata na wazee.
Ati always strapped. Kuna nominator always strapped. So I don't know if we have enough time for you to answer this question, but do you think, I think you'll answer this when you come back because we're going to go to the top of the hour. Do you think these toys, especially when ladies are using them, lead ladies to a point where they're now not needing men? Can you answer that in 30 seconds?
No.
Okay, let's ask the guy. Do you think these things are making chicks not need men?
No.
I can answer it. Let me tell you one thing. We love the natural thing. End of story. I can never replace the natural deal with in as much as I sell these particular products. Nothing makes you feel as good as the natural thing. And a hug after, cuddling, something after, things like that. Toys just to, like I'm in a long distance relationship. Mine is very long. I don't see my partner often. So instead of me cheating, what do? It makes more sense for you to do that instead of sleeping around with the wrong people and STIs and things like that, and no pregnancies. No pregnancies. lazima ni repeat hiyo.
Children.
Child free.
We're hanging out with Bev, the vibrating lawyer, and that is one of the most enthralling conversations I've had in a while. Bev, mazee kuna energy moja heavy. I think utakuwa regular kwa isho yetu mazee. Ama aje Bash? Yeah, bana. So we're gonna go to the top of the hour. I remember when we get there, we're gonna share a number with you. I think I can share it over here very, very quickly. If you have a message for Bev 0116 928 683.
What's the application?
Don't touch that dial. We'll be back.
It's 9 o'clock.